Transatlantic flying has always been known to cost a premium, so is it worth saving the money and flying transatlantic on a budget airline? Well, this week I fly transatlantic with the Icelandic budget airline Play for less than £100 each way, to find out if it's worth it.
And that is why we are at a very rainy London Stansted airport to take Play Airlines over to Boston via Keflavík for less than £100. So without any further ado, let's jump right in. Let's go.
Getting into a very quiet London Stansted airport. You may know this airport as a hub for Ryanair, but today we are on Play, so let's find the check-in desks.
Okay, I don't think I've ever seen London Stansted Airport this quiet in the morning. Okay, I found the Play check-in desks. Go and see if you can get checked in. Or I'll try and check in online actually, I haven't tried that yet. You can only check in about 12 hours before a flight, so I'll try that just now.
The Play check-in is operated in Zone A, next to EasyJet.
Hi there, sir. Just check into Boston, please.
I'll be honest, I think this guy was having a bad day.
Hold on, buddy. Thank you.
Perfect, thank you very much.
I've never been told well done for checking in correctly. I hope his day gets much easier.
This is all checked in now with Play. Got our paper tickets, just in case anything goes wrong with the electronic ones. Had it happen a couple of times, not with Play, but with some other airlines. So where possible, I just like to get some paper tickets as backup. But anyway, let's go through to departures now. The plane should be about an hour's time. So our first leg is over to Keflavík. Then we have about 2 hours in Keflavík, and then a 6-hour flight from Keflavík over to Boston. So it should be a good flight, and as you know, very, very cheap, less than £100. But anyway, let's go through to departures now. Okay, that's us now through security, so you know me. Let's go find ourselves a coffee. Just have a quick check of the board. Our plane's there. It says relax. Flight is at 11, boarding is at 10:30, and it's currently 9 o'clock. So we've got an hour and a half. So let's go get some coffee. It is just incredible how quiet Stansted is today. I don't think I've ever seen it this quiet. I might actually go for some breakfast, it's so quiet. I've never ever stopped for food or anything in Stansted just because it's always so rammed. But it's just not today.
With Stansted being so quiet, I decided to take the opportunity to go and grab some breakfast. Finding a good spot, I put myself down next to a window that overlooks the apron.
I have got myself coffee, which is nice and sorely needed. But I also have me cooked breakfast, which first time I've ever managed to sit and eat something in Stansted Airport. It's very quiet, but I've got a lovely view of the apron here, so hopefully see our Play Airlines A320 or A321 coming into land. I haven't checked to see what kind of aircraft it is yet. I'm guessing it'll be a 321, but gonna get this demolished and then get down to the gate.
While having my breakfast, our Play A320neo arrived in on the inbound flight from Reykjavik, and with that, I decided to head down to the gate.
Thank you. Okay, had breakfast now, and as you saw there, our plane has landed. So now, just to find out where it's actually going to be, need to find a board.
In the end, I didn't really need the board to tell me my gate, however, as with Stansted being so Ryanair orientated, our little red jet stuck out like a sore thumb.
It's actually an A320, as you saw there, and the gate hasn't been announced, but it's on stand, so just going to go hang about at the gate. I think it's going to be, the gate should be announced in about 10 minutes anyway, so it's not too much of an issue now.
With some construction work going on at the end of this pier, the shuttle to the gate wasn't running. Thankfully, the staff here were very helpful.
Don't know yet, I'm waiting on the Play.
If you do not know yet.
The Play Airlines.
Oh, you going to Iceland?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
32 gate, 32. Go straight down.
Perfect, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
I know the sign says up this way, but this way doesn't look entirely correct to me.
Up this way?
Or down this way? Up this way.
Eventually, I managed to find the correct area for our gate.
There is our Play Airlines A320neo that's going to take us over to Keflavík. I do like the Play simple, full red livery. It's quite nice. You don't see a lot of airlines using a full colour livery these days, which makes this quite unique.
Approaching time, we were soon boarding.
Where's your final destination?
Boston.
Boston.
Perfect, thank you. Here we are then, getting on board the Play Airlines A320 over to Keflavík on our first leg of this sub £100 transatlantic journey. I'm looking forward to this one. I've flown Play a few times before. There's videos on the channel with that, but yeah, really looking forward to this one.
Getting on board Play's A320neo, the seating is laid out in an all-economy 3-3 configuration.
And so here we are on Play's A320 for the flight over to Keflavík, and yeah, the seats are, for a budget airline, are really good. They've got a recline function, as you can see. The leg room is also absolutely amazing for a budget carrier. Cannot complain with that at all. Recline itself does actually have a decent amount of recline for a budget carrier, so yeah, no complaints so far. We'll be on these aircraft, these Play A320 or 21s, for 3 hours and 6 hours, so a total of 9 hours on these aircraft, with a 2.5 hour layover in Keflavík. So a good break, but yeah, I've got no complaints so far.
After a quick safety demonstration, we are pushed back to taxi our way out to the runway for takeoff. Taking off out of London's Stansted Airport, we begin our 3-hour flight over to Reykjavik's Keflavík Airport in Iceland.
Okay, we've now taken off out of London Stansted Airport. Flight time up to Keflavík should be about 3 hours, 10-20 minutes. Crew will start the buy on board service soon, so yeah, we'll see what they have to offer.
Looking through the in-flight magazine, Play offers a decent selection of food and drinks, including hot food and meal deals. Snacks and alcoholic beverages are also available for purchase. I do also really like the Play branded souvenirs that you can buy at the back of the magazine. I think it's a shame that more and more airlines are doing away with this. As we were passing over Scotland's central belt, the crew started the buy on board service.
So I went from the meal deal from the buy on board service, got pizza coming, also got Pringles and Appelsín. Appelsín is without a doubt my favourite Icelandic soft drink. It is so nice, so much better than Fanta. Oh, it's just so good. Very loaded with sugar, but really good. Also, one thing that I completely forgot to mention when we were on the ground is I have a whole row to myself. If the second flight I get a whole row to myself, which I looked at the booking for the seating before I checked in, and it didn't look too full. If we're lucky enough, we'll have 2 flights in succession with 2 rows to ourselves. That would make a pretty good flight. I imagine it'd be a bit more cramped if it was a bit more busy, but hey ho. My pizza has arrived and is smelling very, very cheesy and very nice. So I'm going to tuck into this and then see where we are. It looks like we're passing over Glasgow at the moment. I'm going to try and get a bit of sleep because I haven't had a lot of sleep today. Funnily enough, I can see Edinburgh out of the window, and Edinburgh is actually where I started this morning with a flight on EasyJet down to Stansted. So I've come full circle already. Well, I'm going to tuck into this and then, yeah, try and get a bit of sleep.
I should also point out that in each seat there is a USB-A port for charging your devices.
Okay, so the cruise just woken me up with another buy on board service. So me being me, I went for coffee. Wake me up before we landed to Keflavík. Anyway, cheers. Oh, that's nice coffee. That's filtered coffee, that's not instant. That's nice.
Soon we were beginning our approach into Keflavík Airport. Landing into Iceland, that concludes our first leg of this transatlantic trip. Keflavík is the home of Play Airlines as well as the Icelandic flag carrier Icelandair. Both operate a business model of using the geographic position of Iceland to offer very competitive transatlantic fares, which means if you're willing to do a layover, you can get some great bargains flying transatlantic. Pulling up at a remote stand, we will be bussed over to the terminal to catch our connecting flight.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Canada, Iceland this way, USA this way.
Getting into the terminal, if you're traveling to the USA, you do have to go through another passport and ticket check before being allowed into the departures area.
Hello. Thank you. Enjoy your flight. Perfect. Thank you very much. Okay, there we are. The first leg on our flight with Play over the Atlantic Ocean for less than £100. I thought that was pretty good for our first flight. The second flight is actually nearly twice as long, so we'll see how it is after that. Pretty quiet Keflavík. It's January, so airports in Europe are pretty quiet following the holiday period. I think that's pretty apt for this journey. Checkpoint Keflavík. This is our checkpoint. This is our transfer, our stopover, our checkpoint Keflavík across the ocean. Hello, Keflavík.
As we have an hour or two, I decided to grab some food from this nice looking Keflavík diner.
Got myself some Icelandic lamb soup, which is just a favourite of mine every time I come here. And I've also got myself some Icelandic beer, making the most of the time in Iceland that I have, which is about 1.5 hours. So gonna have this will be my lunch, and then 6-hour flight over to Boston. Okay, that's food been had. Now let's head to the D section, because it's gonna be the D section, but we don't know the exact gate yet. But let's go hang about there. Okay, looks like our gate is going to be D23, which is right down the end of the terminal. But I wanted to stop here because Westman Islands, they've got regular flights back going. So we'll definitely come back here and take a take a jaunt over to the Westman Islands, place I've wanted to go for forever. But anyway, let's go find our aircraft over to Boston on this second leg.
Just quickly, if you're liking this video, then why not go ahead and subscribe to stay up to date with all my travels. And don't forget to hit that bell icon.
And there is our Play A320 waiting to take us over to Boston. Here we are then on the second leg of this sub £100 flight. Genuinely can't believe I got this for this price. Hi there.
Hi.
So here we are then on the second leg of this sub £100 flight. The seats are a little different. You can see they've actually got a headrest this time. The legroom is slightly shorter, and the USBs are in the front this time, but still plenty of legroom. Seats are still comfortable. They still recline. You can't complain.
After being de-iced and getting our safety demo, us and 2 other Play aircraft were pushed back and all together made our way out to the runway. I'm not sure if Play operates a schedule that allows their Canadian and US flights to all leave at the same time. This would make sense for connections, but I'm not sure. You'd have to check yourself. Taking off out of Keflavík in Iceland, we begin our second leg over to Boston in the United States. Settling into the crew started the buy on board service.
Okay, so once again, I got a meal deal. Same things, Pringles, Appleseed, but this time I ordered the chicken korma. See how the chicken korma is. The only one I've really got to compare it to is EasyJet's chicken korma. The pizzas were quite different on EasyJet and Play. They're both very nice, but quite different. So we'll see how the chicken korma is compared to EasyJet's. I do really like Play though. Play has definitely gone up there in my book of really good budget carriers. Yeah, I can't fault them really. As it turns out, this chicken korma is the exact same one that EasyJet stocks, so the comparison is warranted, but also mute. In any case, I know I'm gonna like it because I like this chicken korma. It's nice on EasyJet, so why shouldn't it be nice here? So yeah, Play definitely up there with the best of them. Can't fault them as a budget airline. But anyway, I'm gonna get stuck into this. And as expected, that curry was quite nice for an airline curry. Those ones are actually quite good. Like I said, EasyJet use them as well, so yeah, quite acceptable for a sub 5 hour flight. I mean, this is 5 hours 20 minutes, but I can let the 20 minutes slide. Yeah, can't complain really. Going to see if they give another service later and maybe get coffee before landing. But yeah, gonna try and have a sleep now because I'm quite tired after today. This is my 3rd flight of the day. Been going since about 4:30 UK time. Not sure what time it is now. It is now 5 o'clock, so still got a bit to go. But I will sleep very well tonight, I'll tell you that. But honestly, for sub £100, should you take this flight? Kind of up to you. Personally, for me, yeah, it's really, really worth it. If you can bag one of these deals that Play offers quite regularly, then take it. Because it's not just £100 one way and then £300 on the other way back. It is £100 each way. So £200 you can go transatlantic for holiday. Why wouldn't you? So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna try and get a nap in the chair.
Soon we're passing over Greenland and its magnificent landscapes. If you made it this far into the video, why not consider becoming a Patreon? It all goes into making videos like this one, plus you'll be getting access to some exclusive content. When I woke up, I did notice the cabin lighting on Play's A320s. I do quite like this checkerboard effect. It makes a difference from the normal solid colour on a lot of airlines.
We are about an hour from landing. The crew's just performed the last buy on board service, so there's 3 services. Slept through 1, got meal deal with 1. So for this one, coffee to wake myself up. So have this, and then we'll be landing into Boston. Can I just say as well that this is probably the best headrest that I have ever seen or used on an economy flight. It is so sturdy that you wouldn't need anything else. Even when you're lying and trying to put force on it, it's just not giving way. It's brilliant. Like I say, for a budget airline, it's the little things like that that make flying this kind of distance with them a lot more tolerable, to make up for not having the full service of a full service airline. So yeah, Play is really good. Woke up a couple of times while I was sleeping, and not once did I go, oh, I'm still on this flight. Just looked out the window, oh, that's where we are, and then just went back to sleep. Yeah.
Soon the cabin was prepared for landing, and we began our descent into Boston. Landing into Boston and making our way to the stand, that concludes this flight on what must be the cheapest way to cross the Atlantic. So you might be wondering how I got this flight. You see, if you book with Play Airlines, you can usually find £200 return tickets transatlantic. If you try to book this one way, it will be more expensive. So for me, this flight cost me a total of £198 for a return trip, which equals less than £100 for each leg.
Great, thank you very much. Thank you.
All that's left for me to do is to get through passport control and get to my hotel.
Hey there, just to check in, please.
Of course.
Perfect. Thank you very much. What did you make of that then? Play Airlines on a sub £100 flight from London Stansted to Boston via Keflavík. Personally, for the value factor, never mind the fact that it's one of the best budget airlines I think I've ever been on, but the value factor just makes it absolutely insane. I mean, you can't knock it, can you? You just cannot knock it. For that value, you wanted to come to America or go to Europe, then you can do it for £200 or less. So yeah, I guess it's up to you to decide whether it's worth it for you to do or not. But anyway, people, I'm going to leave you here. If you did like this video, then please consider checking out this video here. And as always, people, we will see you all in the next one.